Hey guys, give me one moment. Put up the live on the big screen, and gonna grab my shoes. Gonna have our Mr. Rogers moment. Then I'm gonna read from my book. We're gonna talk with my cat. Does God have a hero? Maybe. Remember, it's a metaphor. Nothing's to be taken literally. Nothing is to be taken literally. Hey, Michael. Hey, the Yogi stopping by to say hello. I would say, but I'm going back to bed. I don't blame you. You're probably not the only one going back to bed. Rumor has it that somebody, after they hang out here in the live stream for a little bit, they're going to go back to bed. Could just be a rumor. I don't know. Hi, Kat. Hey, Goldie. Hey, William. Oh, voice message that I can play. Well, let's start with that. Let me grab my shoes first, and then we'll play that. Let me know if you can hear.
So today we find out if Plan B comes through. And you know that because the exams already happened on the 10th. But according to what she told me, she finds out sometime around 11 p.m. my time. That means an hour before your last live stream of the day. So, in any case, if the results come soon, I'm gonna let you know. Thank you.
So, Goldie's daughter, applying for universities. There's a plan A, there's a plan B, there's a plan C. Today, they find out the results for plan B, and she'll share them, and we will know. Thank you, Goldie. I'm looking forward to the news. So far, everything's going pretty awesome. I appreciate you sharing that, and I look forward to you sharing more before my evening last live stream. So I've been spending a lot of time reading Anthony DeMello. And this morning, what I was reading about becoming something. He's the one who tells the story of once as we were children, and we would look up in the sky in perfect innocence and see these magical winged creatures soaring through the air, and it would never fail to fascinate us until one day a well-meaning adult came by and said, "Oh, it's a sparrow." Walked away, gave it a label. It became something. It became something other than what our original innocence was showing us. And we ceased to see magic, and we saw sparrows. Here's the thing. Sparrow is just a label. There's no such thing as a sparrow. There's no such thing as a atom or a particle or a subatomic particle. Hey, cold as ice. Hey, Maddie. Welcome, my friend. It's, you know what I love about Maddie? I have a list of things that I love about Maddie. But here's one of the things that I love about Maddie. No F's, no frills, no mercy. Cold as ice. The heartless Highlander. And yet, he has a heart as wide as the universe. Note I didn't say the world. As wide as the universe itself, which is infinite. No beginning, no end. He is about as warm a human being as you're ever going to want. And he certainly gives an F about the people that he cares for. 1000%. And if you ever watch him break up laughing in a conversation with Chloe, you're going to have no doubt about who this person actually is. But I love the titles that he picks because it's really the exact opposite of who Maddie truly is. Anyone who's spent time with him, one of his live streams, anyone who spent time with him here, um, knows knows Maddie. Maddie does not hide himself for anything. You know what I mean? He doesn't hide himself. He is not afraid to break completely open with a deep smile from his heart for Chloe or his friends. And he's not a he doesn't hide. Uh, very seldom have ever seen him uh, like have to call someone out or something. Once, here's the thing. Once on my channel, someone said something about me, which I don't particularly care one way or the other. Manny timed him out and then apologized to me and said, "I know you don't like that, but I can't stand for someone disrespecting my friend." That's Maddie. So I could actually spend an entire live stream, morning live stream, talking about Maddie, talking about my friend Goldie, talking about my friend William, talking about my cat. Easily. I absolutely love talking about you guys. You know what? This morning, I wrote about humility. Hey, Scott. Scott said, did they make fun of your bald head? um, I don't remember. They could have. They have before. But what's to make fun of a bald head for? um, of the of the infinite things that someone could, the infinite things that someone could make fun of, and you pick the most obvious of all. Hey, get this, guys. I got a bald joke, and I bet you he's never heard of it before. Come on. If you're bald, you heard every single bald joke that someone can say. Kat says, that's always the easiest. Not everyone can be bald and sexy. Thank God I'm one of the lucky ones. Maddie says, bless you. Thank you, Mr. Yogi. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for just being you. Now, Askram, thank you, my friend. Bagoli says, you could pull off Fire Monster. Roshi cosplay. I don't know that, but I'm going to take that as one of the highest compliments. Scott says, it does look funny. My bald head? Does it look any funnier than anyone else's bald head? Can you imagine how devastating it is to go bald and find out that like you weren't meant to go bald? That you don't have a head. You don't have a head that supports your baldness. I was lucky, I shaved my head, and after a lifetime of having long blonde hair, and I looked in the mirror and went, it's okay. I don't mind it. I don't care. It was not like this big devastating, oh my God. It's just, you carry on. The worst thing that ever happens to you, my friend, is that you go bald. That means you're going to have a very blessed life. And I hope that for you. I hope that you don't go bald if it's going to be an issue for you. But I certainly do hope that you have a lifetime of ease. Some people might say, no, you want to wish someone a lifetime of difficulties that they can overcome. That's going to present itself one way or the other. Because, the entirety of Buddhism is that life is suffering. Life is suffering because we are attached. Nothing matter with cherishing. We should cherish what we have in our lives. We should certainly cherish the people that we have in our lives. But when we are attached to them being a certain way, man, I was certainly attached to my father being my father, being healthy, being strong, being able to turn to him anything in my life, and he was there. But that's not how life works out. And my father weakened, he grew old, he grew frail. Here's the amazing thing. I grew stronger because I had to be strong for myself to see my father that way. I had to be strong for my father because he was that way. What a great gift the ending of a life can present us when we see it in that way. When we let go of our perception of how things are supposed to be or how we wish them to be, and we just accept things as they are without battling them. No one ever wants to lose a loved one, which is why we should cherish our loved ones when we have them and cherish that memory when they're gone. Because truly, in that cherishing, they still exist within our heart. Sean says, look out. Dang, you're a nice guy, Eric. All the blessings to you. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Bagdoli says, Master Roshi. Kessa says, I'm about to trip over some gates. Cat and her gates. Damn gates. Cat says, hey, Yogi, I love you. Thank you, Cat. Cat hates her gates. She does not like her gates. Hey, Sir Rex Swin. I have a good day. Thank you. You have a good day, too. Ricky says, how are you? Ricky, I'm doing pretty good. I'm about to take a walk. I have not been happy with my morning walks lately. My pond is draining because they cut off one of the sources. I'm worried about my beavers. No jokes. I know where you guys are going with that. And it's making a lot of noise, so I'm not seeing foxes. Even my owls aren't around. It's like a dearth. Don't know if I've ever used that word in an actual sentence before. A dearth of wildlife. It's a good lesson, not being attached to what I see every morning. It'll be back. Everything will be back. Bide my time, but I miss it. Heartless Nomad says, dropping a like. I appreciate that. Sir Grux Swin says, hi and have a good day. You too. Ricky, I'm good. I answered that. And Sig says, where are you from? You don't mind if I shorten that to Sig? I'm from the eastern United States, the state of Maryland. Beautiful town, Columbia. Love my town. Grew up here. I was not born here. I was born in McKeesport, which has now one of the highest crime rates in Pennsylvania, sadly, because it was a very flourishing mill town at one time. Mills closed up. People left. Those who stayed fell in hard times. It's a story of so much of not just America. This is what happens when we view people as their jobs instead of as people, and that everyone deserves support. Everyone deserves support. Ricky says, have you ever been in love? I have. And I'm still in love. Now I'm in love on a different level with virtually everything. And on a personal level, I'm in love. I am in love. Sorry, I am in love. Let's see. Ricky, I hope you're in love. Hey, Sapper, how are you? Good morning, Eric. You up early? I've been up for about 3 hours now. Monday's almost half over. I'm ready to have dinner and go to go to bed. Hey, Jonathan. Jonathan says, hey, man, how's life? Life is good. Yeah, I'm up. Let's see, I was up at 2:17 this morning. My alarm clock is set at 2:22 in honor of a friend who's no longer with me in form. She's always with me in my heart. She lived in Rome. Second friend that I have in Rome that I've had the fortune to talk to over the phone. But she was actually from Switzerland. And her number 2:22 because she was born February 22nd. Anyway, where was I going with this? What was the question? Oh, I wake up that's the alarm, but today I woke up at 2:17, and instead of, what's the sense in staying in bed for another 5 minutes? For me. But you know the routine. I'm up. I do my breath work. Rika says, what's the best advice you can give a 19-year-old? Well, I tell you what, I dislike giving advice because I'm often wrong. and I don't want to accept the responsibility. But I can tell you certain things I wish I knew when I was 19. Number one is relax. Relax. Don't cling to things. Don't cling to identities. Don't cling to, um, don't even cling to goals. Be open, be flexible, and just relax. Life is going to present you every single opportunity in the world, but only when you can see them, only when you're relaxed. If one thing doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of your life. It's not even the end of your dream. It's an opening to another dream or seeing your dream in a wider perspective. Relax and cultivate yourself as an artist. Cultivate your sense of self as an artist, meaning your only role is to expand and create and to love. That's it. And everything will come from that. You will have a lifetime of adventure, a lifetime of creativity, a lifetime of inspiration, knowing that you're literally, your only role in the entirety of the universe is to shape the world in a lovely manner. And with that comes true gentleness and true humbleness. Humbleness is a theme. I'm supposed to be reading from my book, and I will. But let me read what I wrote this morning. I wrote about true humility. This is a path that leads us to true humility, being humbled of ego and awakening through our role of extending ourselves through a lifetime of giving only love. With this, we come to know that everyone, indeed everything, is essential for our fulfillment. My own light is only perceived through looking past the shadows that shroud my view of the world. And it is by this, and it is by your brilliance, that I now see the clarity of my role. So in true humility, I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. And that was inspired. Someone asked me if I was in love. That was inspired about being in love. That was inspired by the person that I love. That by their brilliance, I am able to see my own light. By their own brilliant light, the shadows that cloud my heart at times, that cloud my thinking at times, that help me erase my view of being limited, by their brilliance, I see my true self. What a remarkable gift someone can give you. What a remarkable gift that this person can give me. I don't know if that person is lurking nearby and could hear that. But if not, I put it out there anyway. So, Ricky, I apologize. That was a really long answer. I don't see our friend Jessica. I'm just going to read very briefly, maybe not the whole thing. Again, this is from my book, It's Gotta Have a Hero. I wrote it in 1999, published in 2000, self-published in 2000. Well, published print on demand, one of the early companies back in the beginnings of the internets. When you hear the true name of God in every man's religion, you are God's hero. Gandhi proclaimed, God has no religion, yet many of our world religions claim to have a monopoly on God and truth. This lack of community among most religions is unfortunate. Every one of man's religions contain a fundamental gem of truth. Religions as diverse as Buddhism and Christianity all teach the importance of love and compassion. Love is the force that permeates all religions, all races, and all individuals. This love, this powerful force, is God. God is the one truth in every man's religion. Often, we confuse what we as humans, believe is true with God's truth. Believe is truth with God's truth. This is easy for us to do as humans. We are limited by our concepts. However, we need to realize that our true potential lies beyond our humanness. We are spiritual beings. We have a human form, yet we contain God within. Our very essence is pure, unconditional love. Whenever we are tempted to sit in judgment of another or confuse our human concept of truth with God's truth, we should quiet our minds and allow God to speak through us from within. The voice of God will not be mistaken for anything other than pure, unconditional love. Nothing else is real, only love. That was, we're nearing the end. I won't bore you guys too much longer. I'll go on to something else to bore you with. All right. So, guys, it's just about walk time for me. Kat says, beautiful, pure, unconditional love. As your brilliance shows me every single day and throughout the day, I am indeed a blessed person. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Heartless Nomad says, enjoy your walk this morning, Mr. Yogi. Thank you so much, Maddie. Maddie, did I hear you say you're tying flies again today? Guys, if you get the opportunity to sit at the kitchen table with Maddie, here's my suggestion, listening with Maddie. You might be busy. You might have him up in the background running around, but at least give yourself 5 minutes to sit down and just enjoy the company. It really is, and I've mentioned this before, it really is like you just happen by a friend's house and they invite you in and say, hey, pull up a chair, let me pour you a cup of coffee, and let's have a chat. Give yourself the gift of at least 5 minutes of... Often I find Maddie might be on when I'm doing this and I'm doing that, but I love giving myself that gift of 5 minutes of just sitting. I'll keep him up running in the background, but I want that gift that I give to myself and that Maddie offers of just sitting at that kitchen table and enjoying the warmth of that conversation. Thank you for that, Maddie. Tomorrow evening, I'll be there. Simpa says, Grand Risings Eric, I hope you had your ears open in Cats earlier. What did happen in Cats? What did I miss? I had Cat up. I was making a bowl of oatmeal. I had an oatmeal accident. As if you could, and if you could see the bottom half of my shirt, which I'm not going to show you, you would understand my accident. Let's just say that there was blueberries, walnuts, and oatmeal everywhere. Fortunately, the oatmeal itself remained intact, was not damaged. But everything else needed to be replaced, unless I wanted to eat lint, cat hair, and assorted other byproducts of my office. Hey, Big Al. Bless you, Maddie. The sheriff's in town, guys. Everyone behave. So what did I miss over at Cats? During my oatmeal sabbatical, my oatmeal absence. All right. $5:25. Good news is it's staying dark longer in the morning. It's taking a little bit longer for the sun to come up. I like that. Bad news is that I also see a little less. I can't catch it on camera because the light's not good. But, you know, take the good, you take the bad. Facts of life. Cat and Jack, my predicament coming over at some point. What do you mean, Sniper? Cat says, Big Al. Big Al says, so Cat, my beautiful tomato. Cat says, oh yeah, squirrel. So, Cat or squirrel or cat and squirrel, send me a message. What did I miss? Hi, Anna. Hey, Anna, did you get to sleep last night? Let me Where am I? So I hope you were able to sleep last night. Sniper Cat says Squirrel is going to be added to the list of people who meet Yogi in real life. Well, that sounds pretty awesome. That would be an honor. Man, imagine taking a 5:30 a.m. walk with Squirrel Sniper. Big Al says hi to Anna. Sniper says I have a dog that whines if not working and not 2 meters from me. Interesting. That gives me an opportunity. I'm going to read something. I'm going to read something real quick, and then I got to go. You guys heard me read this 1,000 times. I'm just going to read the ending of it. I'll read the whole thing later today. This is from Rumi. Love dogs. The grief you cry out from, draws you towards union. Your pure sadness that once helped is a secret cup. Listen to the moan of a dog for its master. That whining is the connection. There are love dogs no one knows the name of. Give your life to be one of them. Listen to that moan of a dog for its master. Listen to that, Sniper. That's the connection. What a great lesson our dogs teach us. Demonstrate. Cat says, I can imagine you might end up falling down a rabbit hole. Be careful. DC. Man, you'd be right down the road. The offer was put last night. I heard Kat say that. I wasn't reading the chat, but I thought that she was actually talking to Lee. That maybe, because I know Lee is planning on coming over. Man, does that mean you'd be staying there for a bit? I would bum a ride from Sniper down to Tennessee. Say, Sniper, you mind giving me a ride real quick to visit someone? The amazing thing is, Tennessee is only one state away. It's just a big ass state. Hey, did we need to start a GoFundMe to get Sniper to DC? We can do that. All right, I gotta go. I'm excited. This is nice. I'm excited about Tuesdays anyway. Tuesdays and Thursdays, my favorite day of the week. All right, I'm gonna go. Anna, I hope you're having a good day. Yes, thank you, Yogi. I slept after the breath work. Awesome. Hey, Anna, you don't happen to have like Facebook Messenger? Because I'm available for personal and private breath work. If you're a friend of mine, and if you're here, you're a friend. I do personal breath work for the low, low, low price of absolutely nothing because you're a friend. I'll tell you what, even if you're not a friend of mine, I do breath work for the low, low, low price of absolutely nothing. Big Al says, see you later. See you, Big Al. I hope you have a good day. I hope you're having a good day as well. Cat's waving. All right. Big Al says, oh, now you notice. Anna notices everything. Never doubt. Never doubt. No, I don't at the moment. Simper says it's in the after Eric. I'm letting it flow. Carlos Sumat says, take care. You too. Have a good day. I will see everyone. I'll see all of you somewhere today. I'm positive. All right, guys. I'm going to see everyone later. Take care.